You're listening to Daily Sip with Marcel, giving you morning moments of insight, laughter, and a little something to stir the soul.
Yeah. Welcome, friends, to another Daily Sip with Marcel, the only podcast that gives you the piping hot, slightly judgmental truth about the world, all while you're likely clutching a lukewarm mug of something that's mostly caffeine and regret. Yeah, today is October 6, 2025, and we're discussing the seismic shift in the culinary landscape. A shift so dramatic, it's got me wondering if my plate has an inferiority complex. You see, for decades, the American restaurant motto was simple. Bigger is better. Bottomless was the marketing term, not a threat. We were a nation of all-you-can-eat buffets, plates the size of manhole covers, impossibles that require a deep-sea submersible to retrieve a meatball. But, friends, the tide has turned. The restaurant world has apparently looked at its plate and said, you know what? This is too much effort. Yes, the latest trend in dining is smaller portions. Smaller. I know, it sounds like a joke, a cruel, hilarious joke played on our stomachs. But it's true. Leading the charge is this miniature meal revolution, our old friend Olive Garden. Now, Olive Garden has always been synonymous with the phrase unlimited, a word I associate with breadsticks and an existential dread of carbs. But even they are now experimenting with lighter portions. Can you imagine? You walk in ready to feast, fit for a medieval king, and the waiter says, tonight's special is just a few bites lasagna, and it comes with 2/3 of a breadstick. Mon Dieu. But apparently, customers love it. They're turning some diners into regulars. It's like they're saying, thank you, Olive Garden, for finally acknowledging that I'm not a competitive eater. And they're not alone. P.F. Chang's is serving up bite-sized brilliance. And even the Cheesecake Factory, a place whose menu is already the length of a Russian novel, has added a new bites concept. I assume the bites are the size of a standard restaurant's full entree, but one can only hope. So, why this sudden dramatic shrinking? Well, the data doesn't lie, my friends. The National Restaurant Association reports that a staggering 74% of customers want smaller portions. 74%? We've reached peak fullness, people. And let's face it, we are a nation of secret snackers. We graze all day like well-dressed goats. We don't have the appetite for a 3-course meal because we've had a second breakfast of chips, a pre-lunch handful of trail mix, and a 4 p.m. palate cleanser, or something artisanal. As Maeve Webster, a consultant for Menu Matters, pointed out, people are also eating out alone more often. And let's be honest, trying to finish a family-style platter by yourself is less of a nice dinner and more of a shame-eating challenge. And here's the best part, the part that made me audibly gasp into my chamomile tea. According to one survey, 44% of adults admit they order from the kids' menu to save money and, frankly, to save themselves from a food coma. I love this so much. I picture a CEO in a three-piece suit leaning into the waiter and whispering, "Yes, I'll take the chicken tenders and fries, please. And could you hold the crayons?" No, wait, bring the crayons. It's genius. They get a reasonable portion, a cheaper price, and maybe even a toy. A perfectly executed power move. Oh, and we must talk about the new pharmaceutical player in the game, GLP-1 drugs. Yes, restaurants are now going small to cater to customers who are using these new weight loss medications. It's a whole new dining etiquette. Instead of, "I'll start with the appetizer," it's, "I'll take one single exquisitely plated raspberry and a glass of sparkling water." Frankly, I applaud the restaurants for adapting. They're saving money, reducing food waste, and catering to the reality that we are all deep down just adults who secretly want the cheeseburger slider and a side of apple slices. So my advice to you, my friends, is this. Embrace the smallness. Order those bites. Go for the kids' meal and wear it as a badge of honor. And when the waiter brings you a plate that looks like it's missing the rest of the food, just nod, smile, and remember, you can always snack later. You always do. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, stay stylish, stay sassy, and may your portion sizes always perfectly match your appetite or your wallet. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. If today's sip gave you something to think about, smile about, or share, pass it on. Be sure to follow the show so we can keep sipping together. Until next time, I'm Marcel. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for letting me be part of your day. And until next time, keep noticing what makes life taste a little better. And if you're loving this, don't just sip in silence. Follow us, hit the subscribe button, and pour this into someone else's cup. Share it, spread it. Let's wake the world up together, one daily sip at a time.